Keep a watchful eye on your key performers. These are the people, you know, if you've got key performers, everybody doesn't know they're a key performer, but a lot of folks do. Just like if you've got weak performers, a lot of folks know about them too. So these key performers many times are the leaders. They're the people that your organizations look to, that your people look to. And it's kind of like the example I talked about with the executive. They'll feel that same way. If their buddies are beginning to crater a little bit, maybe beginning to leave, or maybe getting a little bit of a negative attitude, they can impact everybody. Watch those key performers. Take care of them. Pull them into the situation if you can. I mean, involve them in the decision process. Okay, what do we do? Is it all about survival? Here's what our recommendations are. Let's talk about this. What you should do is we talk about compensation or any of the issues that we deal with in these kinds of economic times. Take a targeted approach. How many times have you been told by executives, we're going to freeze everybody's salary, no salary increases? That's usually the way we do it. We're not going to hire anybody. We got hiring freezes. I was working with an organization a while back. They were going through a tough situation like this, and they took the approach that everybody's budget had to be cut by 15%. Anybody had to deal with something like that? Everybody's budget's cut 10%, 5%, 20%, 15%, pick a number. But everybody's going to be cut the same. What's wrong with that? That assumes that every division, every department is equally important to the survival of that organization as the other. That's just not true. That also assumes that every budget is equally fat or lean. I don't know how it is in most of your places, but I had never seen one where that was the case. You've always got a little more fat over here, a little less fat over there. And what happens? Why do we take the position of we're going to freeze salaries or we're going to cut budgets by 15%? Why do we take those positions? Say it a little louder. It's easy. Now, we'll talk about that being a tough decision. We're making the tough call here today. We're making the tough call that we're going to cut all the budgets by 10%. That ain't tough. I mean, what's tough about that? What's tough is to say, okay, we need X number of dollars out of this budget for the whole company. Let's go back and look at everything we're doing. Let's look at every individual we have. You know, we've got some individuals we need to keep. And then there's some individuals we might can do without. Take a targeted approach.